I was like, maybe it'll go live. It's still like it went. It was like spinning for like ever, and I was like, maybe we'll be live tonight. I don't know.
I know I yell at you, but then I was just like, maybe it's one of those times where you wait and you're like, are you all ready? And like nobody said it. We just had to jump right in.
Nobody's ready. Just raise your hand if you felt personally victimized by Julie Anne Lindsey for this book. Like,
how's everyone doing? Is everyone okay now? How's everyone feeling?
No, because Matt's still alive. I'll just say it. Matt was not the killer, and so that was very disappointing for me.
So disappointing.
I thought it was me. I thought I was the only. I was like, that seems a little crazy.
I was more mad at Matt because he was just alive and like, let's go on a date. No, you can't go on a date. She's married to this guy that doesn't know that they're married yet.
And it was like 2 minutes after it happened too. Like, you're not dating anymore. You want to do something? Oh yeah, sure.
I wish I had that much luck in my real life.
Oh my God. Hi, Cache. How are you? Yeah, honestly, I was just like, okay, Matt, but listen, she can't. I was so angry. And honestly, like when Grady saw them out on their date and they were holding hands and he was getting all jealous, I'm like, I don't even feel bad for you. You did this to yourself, okay? You did it to yourself.
I thought it was really cute though that like he couldn't recognize her scream and she's like, my woman's in trouble. I gotta go. Where's the door?
My woman's
like the bat signal.
Pretty much. Did anyone else put it in the freezer? You know, put a little time out for this.
Oh, well, I had it with me at work. I mean, I do have a freezer in my refrigerator at work, but I was just like, I have to read this book. So I really was like, okay, I just got to push through because I don't have a lot of time.
I mean, I put it in the freezer long enough to snap the photo, and then I did continue on because I was like, and I'm like, I gotta go.
I gotta finish reading it.
At least I knew that things were going to kind of get patched up a little bit towards the end, and I was going to be slightly less angry, but at the same time, I was just like, it hurt so much the same time. I was like, oh. I'm almost glad that there's no audiobook for this because I think that would just destroy me because I had Siri reading me the Kindle book, and Siri even destroyed me, and she has pretty much a very bland way of saying it. So, but she does have a way of like actually putting emotion into it. And maybe it's just like the punctuation, but let me just tell you, Siri, she did pretty good for
this was the first time I used the speech to or text to speech, and it wasn't awful. Yeah,
it takes a bit getting used to, but
it does. It takes a little bit to get used to, but yeah, it's still, you know, if you're in a pinch, if you gotta, if you literally cannot sit down and read your ebook, yeah, Siri will do, but it's like, yeah, things happen,
It didn't. And then I said, all right, Siri, you're up to bat here. Good luck.
But yeah, everyone was so sad.
Siri doesn't pick up that it's hysterical.
Oh yeah, because they still like, sometimes Siri will spell things, like if she doesn't know what it is, I'm like, what is it?
I think at one point she said live instead of live, and I was just like,
she says live.
Theory.
She never says live. She says live.
Oh.
And for pale, she says pale or pale or something like that. Talking about. There's no accent on this E. What are you doing?
And whenever
Sorry, I still finished it even though I had a migraine for 2 days. Oh no! Migraines are the worst.
They're the worst.
Okay, Aaron, what were you saying?
Sun, sand, and tea. When the robot voice says that, because there's a period after each one. It's sun, sand, tea.
Okay.
That always threw me off because it was such the audiobook narrator always put a little just kind of like, I don't know, sprinkle on that.
Yeah.
Whenever she said the name of the shop.
Like the narrators was just so good at like the inflection and really putting the emotion behind, everything. So yeah, like if I had to hear that breakup scene with an actual professional audiobook narrator, I probably would have cried a lot harder than I did.
I was already destroyed by a paperback. I don't think I could do it with like an actual audiobook. I know that eventually we're going to get one for this, but maybe that's why Poison Pen decided, you know, let's hold off. I care about my readers. I can't have them suffer that badly. I'll make them read it. They can put it down a little bit, but also we'll let them survive it, and then we'll give them the audio later. It's so sweet of them. How thoughtful.
So sweet. His whole reasoning and his apology. I'm just like, his apology.
His non-apology?
Okay. I'm like, I don't understand like what you're saying. Like, why did you think like you had to sacrifice something that you loved? He said that. I felt like I had to sacrifice something that I loved to have my priorities straight. I was like, that doesn't make sense. But thank you. Like for attempting, I guess. But
we had to have drama, all right? They couldn't get together yet.
I was so irritated. I was just like, how dare you come over here looking sexy, first of all. Second of all, this is not an apology, okay? Like, she forgave her though, but I would too. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm mad. I was mad at the situation, but like Jen said, it felt I don't want to say manufactured, but I feel like, okay, this is just a speed bump and both of you should see this. And so I was more upset about the Matt situation, because it's like, Everly, you can just let him go and sleep on it, and he's going to realize his mistake in the morning. Like, yeah.
He's going to come to his senses. I mean, we hope. But yeah, she like, you know, I think it's a little bit about her ego too, because she was just like, you know what? Yeah, I am desirable. Like, people want to go out with me, and you know what? I want someone who's going to choose me for me. And I'm just like, you know what? I can respect that. But it's definitely like that third act breakup in romance that nobody asked for. Yeah, that's what this was.
Like, let's just rip these pages out, and then we'll start with when they're back
I'm
together.
surprised not a one of you DM'd me for that fix it fic that I wrote. I'm just like, I just totally like erased that whole page and just typed over it. I'm just like, this didn't happen at all. Nope, did not.
See, I guess I'm not as invested in the relationship as the rest of y'all are, because I was like, all right, seems plausible. Makes sense. He's such a good guy. He's putting his son first and thinking about his welfare first and not about a relationship, because, you know.
But even Denver knew what was going on, like, because they were at that, you know, reading for Amelia because her book was published, and she mentioned that she was going on a date with Matt, and Denver looked at her and narrowed his eyes. I'm just like, wait, you're dating my dad? Like, what are you doing going on a date with someone else?
I kept thinking the whole time she's out with Matt, I'm like, he's gonna try and kill her. He's gonna try and murder her. He's not a murderer. You know?
Yeah.
He's a murderer. From the get-go. Yeah.
Yeah. She's there having a good time, and I'm just like, stop it. He's gonna kill you. He's gonna try and kill you.
I like how
nothing he's doing is cute. It's awful.
It's awful. It's suspicious and awful. And I love how we all just thought Matt was the killer because we did not want him to go out with Everly.
Yeah. Well, and Burton was really like creepy too.
Well, when Finn was the one that was revealed as the killer, I was just like, no, it's Matt.
Yeah.
There's a typo in my book. It says Finn, but it's supposed to say Matt.
I'm gonna cross that too. You know, like no, Matt.
Different ones.
Different Matt. I don't know why, Liz. Honestly, his rationale was not all there. I just. But I really loved the scene, you know, after, you know, of course, she almost gets murdered by the murderer, and she's in the hospital, and Denver's there, like, playing with on her arm, and is like, when is she gonna wake up? And Grady's like, let her rest, and he, like, throws his arms around her, and I'm just like, oh my god.
Is she gonna eat that Jello?
I love how he's like, Dad says you're infuriating. He's like, here's some Jello. Go shut up. Like, see, y'all are like the perfect family. You could have like You could have destroyed this forever, Grady. I hope you realize that.
But at least they got together before the conflict of like the whole thing on the roof. Because I feel like if he had come to the realization in the hospital afterwards, I would have been like, jump his ass. He's not worth it. Even though Grady, I wouldn't have accepted that. No. So I'm glad it happened beforehand.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Agreed.
It's like, we still have to have that talk. And, you know, they were like back in the corner of Sun, Sand, and Tea, like whispering. And even Denise was like, what are you whispering about? And I was like, Denise, they are grown-ups are talking.
Don't help the customers, Denise. You're basically running this place anyways. You're charging people when Everly's going to give it away for free. Again. Twice in this book. Oh, it's on the house.
It's on the house. Stop it.
That should be a drinking game now.
I know. Whenever Everly gives something away for free, just take a shot and you'll be wasted by the end.
That and how many times she gets a concussion and survives perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like,
She's fine.
And it's good 3 months later.
No, I've had 2 and no.
No. Can I just say I love books with secret passages? I love it. I love it.
I love
and can
that
I
her
just
first
say,
thought was like a library. Oh, sorry.
No.
Go ahead.
Can I just say, if they don't sneak away and make out in her little secret hidden room at least twice in Partners in Lime, I'm going to be upset.
Julie's like, it's already out. You have it published by now.
And I'm like, dang, it's already written.
She goes back to pleading the fish. Can I have that manuscript back real fast?
I just need to add one scene. I just need to add.
Epilogue.
Oh gosh.
Just slides it. She hand writes it and slides it into your copy and sends it off.
And on a post-it or something.
Yeah. Just put that on page number 4 and number 62.
Wait, so did none of y'all guess the killer?
No,
I didn't.
I legitimately had a feeling it was Finn.
I did.
I did.
I remember the first time reading it that I also had like a weird inkling towards Finn, and then like as soon as he mentioned that he was part of the museum, I was just like, hang tight. No. And you own a bookshop where you'll need a map. So that made logical sense to me. And then I was just like, he has access to everything. And then especially when she was just like, so do you have access to the archives? And his brow crinkled. I was like, red flag. Red flags everywhere.
Eyebrow movement. No.
I thought his grandfather was weird too. Mooney or whatever. He was a little.
I really loved him and Aunt Clara. I was just like, oh, Aunt Clara, you get it, girl. But then I guess he was like a serial like dater. So I'm just like,
yes, he was a serial dater.
You're not.
There are. Trust me, I worked in like a senior center, and trust me, there are men that. And you're just like, how?
The ratios of men to women are so skewed. It's
exactly.
I only guessed for the killer. I only guessed the killer in book 2. I think it was book 2. Yeah. That's the only one that I guessed the killer on in this series. Hi, Vina.
Yeah.
I think I did 1 because I got really cocky and I'm like, I could do it again. And then like the rest of them, I'm just like, nope. Yeah. Okay. Everyone needs to go pre-order Bonnie and Clyde because I was sure I knew who it was. I was so positive. I was like, yes, this is it. Like there's nobody else it could be. And it was this other person. I was like, what? How? Oh, it was on this side.
How?
So that's all I'm going to say.
My dream home has to have a secret passage. Same.
Exactly.
And a library, or it's not my dream. Both.
Secret passage leading to a library.
Yes.
Perfect.
And to be like
wraparound
those Florida Ceiling libraries, like in Beauty and the Beast or something.
And I want that Widow's Walkway thing. I know that thing's dangerous, but that sounded really cool when she was just like, yeah, they used to go stand on top and look for the love of their life coming home. I'm like, that's actually really sweet. But it could also be a really nice place to, like read a book and then look out at the sunset.
Yeah.
All the things.
Hang
out up there with your cat, Maggie. Lou.
Maggie.
Oh my
Maggie, like, took Grady, like, led him to Everly being almost murdered on the roof. Like, no, she's this way. Come on.
The animals saving Everly again.
Yeah. I also love that she was. I hate Matt, but I love that she was like, "Which shoe, Lou? This is the last question."
Oh, that was
and
so
then he like
cute.
kept his mouth shut, and I was just like, "That's because Lou is Team Grady. He didn't think that you weren't getting ready for Grady until the shoes, and now he knows you're going together with Matt, and he doesn't want to answer you." That was my theory on that one.
If a book tells the killer on page 1 and flashback the rest of the book, I still might not remember and figure out the killer.
That seems like something I would do. Yep.
Oh, who is that? I don't understand. That's really true, though. It's accurate. Yeah, wraparound porch for sure. And then Aunt Fran, like she won, so she's mayor now. So. Yay! Because no one wanted the senator to be in there. Nobody did. And,
Or Mary Grace.
Or
Mary
Gracie.
How she just comes through like on a tractor, like to the.
Right.
No, get out of here. Nobody wants it. And then oh my gosh, her commercial, that was so terrible. I was like, that's so rude. Like, way out of context for everything. First of all, get out of here.
She had like pictures from the first murder. She's like, she's been spying this up for a while.
It makes you wonder, what kind of a scrapbook do you keep at home?
Yes.
And then she photoshopped with like a Grim Reaper scythe, and I'm just like, see,
as she's cooking dinner for the community, vote for me, or go with her. And I'm going, that's horrible.
It's horrible.
How she has enough time with those 3 bratty kids from the 4th book.
Exactly.
Like, if you have 3 kids, there's no time for all that. I'm sorry.
She could probably pay someone to do it. I mean, her douchey husband with the ribbon thing.
Oh,
he is. Honestly, if he's not the killer in the next book or the last book, I'm gonna riot.
Oh gosh. I'm even more convinced that Amelia and her dad are the town charmer. But you know what? Every time I think I have something nailed down, Julie comes out of nowhere and is like, surprise! And so I should just give up and acknowledge my fate of being completely wrong. So
I know.
Whoever you are, town charmer, I know it's not who I'm guessing. So
or maybe Denise.
She's here. Sorry, was that too much?
Hi, Julie. How are you? Oh, and Partners in Lime came out yesterday, so get your copy. Get your copy. This is the next book we're reading.
Maybe I'm going to force everyone into it. We should talk about doing Partners in Lime next Wednesday instead of next Sunday. Just
saying. No, please don't do that.
Just saying.
Yeah. And I have to read 2 cider shop books before October.
Oh yeah, for cider shop.
When we read the third one. And I started the first one, and then I started this book too at the same. And I started getting confused. I was like, wait. No, the cats are named Kenny and Dolly. Like, no, wait. Who's Granny's friend was no, it was the aunt. Right? Like,
you're mixing up your cozies. You have a whole new cozy by the time you're done. A whole new cozy.
Gotta make those character lists.
I know. So yeah, that's not like when I usually like reading several books at once. It's like they got to be different genres because otherwise it's just gonna be one big plot. And it's not 4 separate books.
I would love a world in which all of Julie's cozies were in one and they could just have a dinner together.
They are in one world. They're just in different parts of the country.
I know.
Or she does a separate book with like mini like short stories of each couple afterwards.
Oh yeah.
Later on, Everly and Grady just show up at the cider place or something like that on vacation in Denver. Yeah.
I feel like that did happen, but it wasn't Everly and Grady.
It was Jack and Lacey.
Jack and Lacey, yeah.
I think it was in the cider shop.
It was in cider shop rules, yeah. They like make a little appearance, yeah. It's like you're on the right track.
Glorious, because as soon as that happened, I think I screamed and threw the book in excitement. I was so happy.
If like the girl that owns the cider shop plans Grady and Everly's wedding or something like.
Yes.
Something.
That would be really cute.
Yeah, different genres. Yeah.
Come here.
Oh, kitty.
Hi, Jess. We need a mega crossover event. I think the publishers would take issue. Even though we just said it live here on YouTube, I can keep a secret. You know. Hey, I'm Ray. Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I'm sorry for picking you up.
Yeah, I just wanted to immediately start Partners in Lime because I wanted to make sure Grady was acting right in this book. I already got my crossover series planned for Bonnie and Clyde. I've been waiting to be able to do this.
I'm so excited.
So excited. So excited. Yep, September 15th. It's coming.
Gosh.
And if you have Audible, you can get it early.
I was like, I'm already starting acquiring.
And for an audiobook, it's not that expensive.
Like, I thought Jen said like it was supposed to be less than a credit. Yeah, less than a credit. So if you just wanted
like
to outright buy
$12.99
it.
or something like that for an audiobook that just came out, that's not that bad.
Yeah,
it's not.
I just went ahead and bought it. I was like, I don't know, Julie, you gotta let us know, like, where do you get them? I don't know if you're allowed to tell us this. The most money, like, is it the hardcover? Is it the audiobook? Is it all of them? Like, because
I'm just gonna have the different. I'm gonna have it in all the formats. So she's getting
well, obviously, yeah. I've already. I mean, I got the Kindle pre-ordered. I've got the. As soon as she posted that, I was like, and buy. It was just the same thing with like the J. Kristoff, where I was like, I'm not spending $30 for this, and I find out this book's in hardcover. Julie could put it up for $40 and be like, sold.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'll take
it. We bought the third Christmas Tree Farm hardback for like $30+ and I'm like, that's not a problem.
Yeah, I did the same thing.
I'm not gonna question it, just purchase.
But then you look at other books, $30.
You're a Julie Anne Lindsey, you can't do this. Rude.
No, what pisses me off about a more expensive hardcover is when it's like less money to buy the hardcover than it is to buy the ebook. Like,
oh, that drives me crazy.
Like $20-something. I'm like, what?
So now that I'm the publisher, any purchase is great. That's true. That is true.
You're getting at least 4 because I think. Oh, I don't know if I'm gonna do large print. I might. Who knows? I'll get large print.
I don't laugh at large print. These
large
print models right here.
Large print.
Darren's like, hey, I need large print.
I did get a large print book once, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is huge. And then I was reading, and I'm like, it's so nice. Like I can just.
I'm turning the pages so fast.
And then I went to like a paperback, and I'm looking out here, and I'm like, what is this? It's so small.
I know. Look at some of these books. I'm like, this font is tiny. What's going on?
Yeah, it's like subtitles on TV and movies. Like 10 years ago, everyone thought you were weird. Now everyone can't stand it if they're not there.
Now everyone's like,
there's a reason the print is that big on my ebooks. Okay.
I'm the same way.
Well, and that's what I do on my
that
Kindle.
makes me feel so much better.
Yep. I make it larger. Nicole, I almost went into your settings because you let me borrow your Kindle, and I was just like, can I modify the font size? Like, can I remember where she was at and just like bring it back down? I felt wrong to do that, so I was just like,
the only person in this live stream that does not wear glasses. You can change the font if you need to. I'm just gonna be super surprised when I open it again.
Hey, you might love it. Okay, you'll breeze through a book. You'll be like, oh, done.
I know you turn pages so fast.
I really like the Harlequins in like large print.
Oh yeah, no, they're great.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm. And my husband reads the tiniest font on his Kindle on his phone.
I'm like,
can't do that.
Oh, that's murder for your eyes.
No.
Hi, Alicia.
Hello.
When you get those UK paperbacks and it's 500+ pages of small print.
My
heart died.
I don't read classics. They're just the print is so small in the classics.
No, you have those really thin, like Bible pages. Like no.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of fantasy books, like if you get the British, like the UK editions, they're really the font is really small. Like, you can't even read it.
More and more into my Kindle because I can modify that font as I feel.
Right.
And I can change the text, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, I feel like the text. They must have chosen that font for a reason. So should I do that?
If you get a book through BookFunnel, you can't change the font. I can at least.
Oh, an ebook, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
With any other book, I can, but if I get it through BookFunnel, I can't change the font.
You can
like
still
even
highlight
sending
though,
it
like a regular Kindle book, which is nice. I do like that.
like even sending it directly to your Kindle, it still won't. That's
Still won't
some
do
bullshit.
It's weird. Still won't do it.
I'm like, what? Why? Oh goodness gracious.
My Kobo device, it gives you the number of chapters left in a page, or a number of pages left in a chapter, excuse me. And when you increase or decrease the font, it's like suddenly there's 10 chapters left. Oh, now there's 5. Now there's 20.
Yeah.
So you're like, you don't even know, do you? You don't even know how many chapters there are. That's so crazy. Does that mean the British have better eyesight? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, everybody their eyesight is affected differently. I mean,
got terrible eyesight.
Maybe it has to do with like production costs or something. Like if there's less pages in here,
then we can produce the prettier covers if we have, like smaller font. Maybe that's it.
Yeah.
You get less pages, smaller font, pretty cover. Like, what do you want? You can't have both. You can't have both. It means you can fit more UK books on your shelf because they're tiny.
True.
Nice.
You got to find the silver lining. You got to.
They're deceptive. You're like, oh, this is only like 200, 300 pages. You look at it, over 1,000 pages. What?
It might be a formatter issue. The book. Oh, okay. Got it. Got it.
Good to know.
Good to know.
Did anyone have a Hunger Games moment when she pulled out the chair and they literally called it a mahogany chair and there was a dagger stuck in there that said like final warning? And all of a sudden, all I could think of was Effie going, "That is mahogany."
That is mahogany.
That was a note from my book. Sorry, I just wanted to see if anyone else caught that or if it was just me.
I did not get that. Sorry.
All right, then I'll sit here quietly.
It's been a while since I read The Hunger Games.
I've never read it.
Just reread them. They're dark, but they're wonderful. And then I watched.
I've never read it.
Like, it's just really dark, but still wonderful.
Honestly, when I see the word mahogany, I think of Emperor's New Groove. I don't think Hunger Games.
What? Where's mahogany?
When Yzma's telling Kronk to break down the door, and he's like, "Are you kidding? This is hand-carved mahogany." So that's immediately what I think of. I don't think of Hunger Games.
My bad. I haven't watched Emperor's New Groove enough then.
I watch that movie all the time.
I love that movie.
It's great.
More or less than I watch Kingsman.
Oh my god. I don't think anybody watches any movie on the planet as much as you watch Kingsman.
I mean, it's not that much. Probably like once a month, maybe.
Lies. You straight lied to everybody, and I'm gonna need you to.
Last year, I went like 6 months without watching it. And I felt like my life had gone to pieces. That's because COVID started. So, it did. It had.
Every time I feel like there was a spare moment or we were just like doing crafts. I'm like, can I have Kingsman on in the background? Like, oh god.
Because if you're crafting, it makes sense to put on a movie that you know well.
It doesn't have to be Kingsman.
I do that with shows.
Because you guys always ask, you're just like, oh, what movie should we watch? So it's easy.
Jen just makes the decision.
Kingsman. Like, I'll throw out a suggestion. It's a movie I know I'll enjoy. I know it's a movie you all enjoy, or at least you've lied to me and tell you like.
I mean, it was good like the first 3 times I saw it. Anytime after that, I'm like, oh my god.
No, I still love it. Even after the 3rd prequel, whatever, is being pushed back for 2 years in a row.
She's so bitter about that.
I created an event in 2018 because everyone in book club was always pissed that I wanted to go to a movie on a book club night. So I was like, all right, I'm going to create an event. And I put I've had to change the release date at least 5 times.
At least 5 times. At least. Yeah.
But at least you all know what I'm doing. I actually read the summary of that recently. Hilarious. I actually had to change the fact that the date was wrong, being like, on this date, this is where Jen will be. And you can't be mad that I wanted to go to a movie rather than a book club event because this event has been available for a year. That was here 2 years ago. So it's been available for 3 years. If anyone gets mad at me on December 22nd when that movie comes out, I'm going to riot. I will riot, guys.
Oh God! If it's not Kingsman, it's another Taron Egerton movie, like the new Robin Hood movie.
Well, or King Arthur with Charlie Hunnam. That's another good one to watch.
I'll watch that one.
I like that one.
But on Ever After. That's a great freaking movie. I've watched that 17 times too.
Anyone else like? National Treasure is one of those movies that comes on and I'm like, I'm only going to watch 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And 2 hours later, you're like, all right, I've watched the first one. Let's go to the second. There's just something about
Might
it.
as well. Whenever I catch that on. Ooh, Tremors. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever I catch National Treasure on TV, it's always the same scene that I start from. And it's when they're he's like, I'm going to steal the Declaration of Independence. It's always that scene. And then I watch it. I don't know how that movie starts. I don't, because I haven't seen the start of that movie.
I always catch it at the very beginning and I'm like, I don't remember this part because they're finding the Charlotte. That is their thing. They're in the middle of like Alaska or something. And they're looking for the Charlotte.
Like Sean Bean.
And so in my mind, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, where in the movie is this at? And so it takes me like a solid 5 minutes to be like, where the hell is this in the movie? And then it starts, like, I guess it's the beginning. I guess I could watch it for a minute. Again, 2 hours later. Every time.
I was reading a book the other day and the one character's name was Loxley. And I went, Robin of Loxley? And immediately had to watch Men in Tights.
I love Robin of Men in Tights. My husband and I quote that at each other all the time. Like every time he's just like, well, what are you doing? It's like, I'm like, I'm guessing. I guess now what's coming. Oh my God, I love it so much. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Christine.
Hello. My family's watching this.
That's awesome.
Someone somewhere in the world is watching National Treasure.
I'm like that with 10 Things I Hate About You. Like that's I just will watch it constantly.
Adventures in Babysitting and Clueless are the two I could rewatch over and over again.
Adventures in Babysitting.
The original.
The original one.
No one leaves without singing the blues.
Yeah.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. Oh my
that opening sequence when she's dancing is my favorite.
Elizabeth Shue was like my childhood crush. Like I swear, like I was a 6-year-old boy and I'd be like, oh, I want her as my babysitter. And these days I see her in a movie and it's like, why is she an old woman? It's like, well, I guess I'm an old man now too, but still I have a crush on her.
I got the urge to watch it the other week and my husband's like, it's on Disney Plus, and I started watching it and go, wait, they swear there. They didn't swear there. And I'm like, are you kidding me? They removed the F word from the 3 times it's in the movie. It was so depressing. I'm like, they're
on Disney Plus?
On Disney Plus, yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch
it. The first movie I ever saw Elizabeth Shue in was The Saint with Val Kilmer. I fucking love that movie. I was like,
I had such a huge. I was a weird child. I had the hugest crush on Val Kilmer.
So did I.
And everybody's like talking about like NSYNC and stuff, and I'm just like Val Kilmer. I was a weird child.
No, so that's totally rational. I clearly understand what you're saying. And now we know why Aaron started karate. Okay, should we tangent back to the book?
I mean, we started out with the book. Okay, we were very upset.
We were very upset.
We need to have a lighthearted moment now because this book was very on the darker side, like in a good way, but also just like
for a cozy, yeah.
I'm nervous.
I loved it. I loved it.
It was great.
Loved it. Loved it. Oh yeah, of course. 5 out of 5 stars.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
My favorite in the series so far.
Is it?
Because of the Halloween aspect. Because I
That's
love
true.
Halloween.
That's true. Everybody has her dark moment. Yeah, and I'm just
I
like,
think Brady had a dark moment too. Ripped all our hearts out. I'm still not over it. Like, I literally, like, I stopped to take a picture after it happened, being like, okay, we'll do this. And it took me a moment. I'm like, I don't know if I want to keep reading. Like, I'm hurt right now. Like, I'm still wounded.
I'm not saying it's because they told me I only got to write one more, but what? But what?
Okay, so Everly has her dark moment. Is that in relation to Partners in Lime, or is that in relation to Closely Harbored Secrets?
What is what? That you didn't see him getting her evil cat. No. Evil cackling! But I need the second part of this comment, please. I need to know what's happening. It's like, did you just get vindictive? Were you just
Partners in Line
purposely mean? Like, I am post-it time. Yeah, we totally. Dark moment, intriguing.
Yeah.
Honestly, like yeah, for sure. In Partners in Line, I think I was sad this series I might have come through.
So scared. Maybe we need to push it back. I come back from vacation on the 25th of September. Let's just move it.
Listen, Jen, we're on a schedule. We're on a schedule, okay? And
you don't mess with the schedule.
The rest of tonight's live stream is just going to be a live read along. We're just going to start right into Partners in Line. It's going to be fun.
This book is dedicated to. All right, keep going, Nicole. Everyone, grab your book.
Everyone, grab your book. I'll read a paragraph, then Jen will take over, and we'll just go round robin. Like we were.
Like in third grade when they make you do it and you're just like, no, please.
Oh my god.
I always hated that too because I didn't want to follow along and they called me and I was like, where are we at? I was listening.
Even though I've been following along, I'm like, where are we at? Oh my god.
I would start like stuttering over my words. I'm like, oh, no.
Yeah, I shouldn't say I can talk fine, but I can read just fine. But to talk out loud while reading, it's like it's rocket science. It can't happen.
Yeah.
Words are hard.
Yeah.
Words are hard. Nicole and her schedule. She's so ordered with her book list. I have to be.
True.
This is a scheduled book club. There's no deviation.
That's right. We have to come to these live shows and not talk about the books.
Get with the program.
I'm just saying, we move it up. I had offered to get us to read it sooner, but apparently that was vetoed.
You can read we're not even read the book.
I have to read Dune next week, okay? I can't fit any more in. I have to read Dune. I can't.
We do have other books we need to read.
They're not Julie Anne Lindsey books, so those can screw it, okay? Burn them.
Dune intimidates me, and I'm scared. I really am. My friend's making me do it, and I'm like, oh. It makes
That is why
making me read the Lizard Man book. I have thoughts on that, guys.
I'm so glad you do.
Saturday.
Saturday. I married a lizard man.
Pass.
You are okay to pass.
Sarah, come on.
No.
It's free on Kindle Unlimited.
It's on KU.
But it's
I still won't read it.
I borrowed Nicole's Kindle because I was like, I'm not going to buy this. You want me to buy this for you? No, I don't want this on my Kindle. I'll read it off of yours. Fine, sure.
It's the only way I get Jen to read it.
It was like 99 cents to buy it. It wasn't even.
Was it only 99 cents?
Mm-hmm.
I might buy a copy then. Even though it's on KU, I'm probably gonna buy one then.
I don't subscribe to KU, so I look at the.
Oh, okay, got it.
And I will tell you, I will read Your Dad Will Do over that whatever you sent the cow thing. Nope. That's a hard pass. I draw a line. At one of these
minotaurs.
Points, minotaurs. Like, I'm not going to read it. So you can buy it for me all you want, but I'm not going to waste my time. My time is precious, Nicole.
They're not cows. They are minotaurs, okay?
Potato, okay?
Potato.
Julie.
It's okay, Julie. We still love you.
I don't know how you keep all the books straight. You write so many.
I know.
In so many different like
Can you
genres,
make that
different
like the permanent
areas. I'm like,
comment on this?
Oh, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah. Julie, put down the Guinness. If you
Put
keep
down-
that away,
put
drink
down
some
the
water,
wine.
it's gonna be fine.
Oh,
Maybe
my-
grab some crackers. It helps.
oh, that is so funny. You're like, wait, what book are we talking about? Oh, that's so funny.
Mhm.
Oh gosh. That one is on my list, but my mood reading hasn't gotten me there yet. Okay, got it.
That's fair.
Fine. It's fine. I don't sub to KU either. Bring on the book deals.
so you have to message me, Nicole, when you start reading Southern Book Club's guide, because I want to get some of your reactions to some of it. It's so good.
Okay.
It's
I'm
so
looking
good.
forward to that one.
I know. I was just like, I like vampires. Like, let's go. Let's do
I'm
this.
obsessed with Grady Hendrix. I like want him to be like my best friend. He's like, I really do. Like, I'm like,
Don't let
I
Stephen Graham
love it.
Jones hear you say that.
no,
Damn.
He liked my tweet. I like lost my shit yesterday when he liked my tweet.
He liked my tweet too. It's fine.
I like lost my mind for about 25 minutes running around my house. I was like,
Just makes you
oh
think
my
of you,
god.
Nicole. Anytime one of your authors, the first time Julie liked something, you're like, oh my god, Julie liked a post. It
Hyperventilating.
immediately went into like
Yep.
text messaged me, group chat got it for In Real Life Book Club, and I was just like, oh my god, calm down. And then literally the same thing happened to me. She friend requested. I was like, oh my god, Julie wants to be my friend. It's so amazing. And I'm like, okay, I get it now. It's
I
kind
get
of
it
awesome.
now. It's fine. It's great.
That's how I reacted when Julie Anne Lindsey friended me on Facebook and
Mhm.
sent me a happy birthday message before anybody else did.
Thank you. Same.
I was
Yes.
like, yes.
I said to my husband, I'm like, look.
And my dad has no idea who she is. He's like, why are you sending me a picture of this? I'm like, Dad, it's so cool.
Oh, my husband's like, okay, get away from me. No, I can stalk you. Oh,
That's all.
I
It's
think
not
it's like-
talking, it's research.
There you go.
I think it was in my last vlog when I was reading the inscription for Partners in Lime when Julie sent us. I was just like, she thinks I'm her friend. Oh my god. Still, it's amazing. But yeah, we will talk about Partners in Lime on the 12th.
Sunday at 6 p.m. Please mark
Sunday.
that is a Sunday. Sunday, September 12th. I'm gonna
Oh,
say it a couple
when
times.
I have my reminder banner. When I have my reminder banner, I do have Sunday in all caps.
Good.
Okay,
That's
good.
We might as well. I mean, we're
Because I will not be here
there.
on the 15th, which is when we would have had it. Super sorry. Hey, Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. So yeah, that.
I might just give up on reading everything else and go straight into it.
I was gonna say, yes, I'm reading that next.
I was like, I feel like I need to read this Lizard Man book, and
I feel
I'll
like
struggle
you do. You have a live stream on Saturday, so yes, you do have to read it.
I mean, I could come to the live stream and be like, I got to their first bang out. Sure, great, but Partners in Lime, all right?
Okay, great.
There-
But
Banging or Partners in Lime?
It depends how good the smut is, though. Seriously? If it's good
in
smut,
Lizard Man, it's great.
I don't know. I haven't read it like fully yet. But
It's great. It's fantastic.
if there's good smut,
I mean, they barely got out of the spaceport. I don't know if it's that kind where they just find the bathroom and,
It gets a little fancier than that. You're okay. Spoiler alert.
It's very sweet. It's very sweet.
I just can't get over the scales. Look at his
Get over it.
scales. Look how nice they are.
Your version of sweet and my version of sweet, Nicole, are two vastly different things.
It's so sweet that he's like rearranging her guts on this freaking desk. It's amazing.
Oh. I don't like that he calls it head fur. Okay, I know this is a wrong live stream for this, but it bothers me. Just tell him that it's hair so he can stop calling it head fur because it bothers me.
And save it for the live. Save it for the live. Save it for the live.
Oh, Jesus!
Save it for the live. Because this is going to be fantastic. Okay. I really enjoyed the Pulse review. Oh my god, it's fantastic. Fantastic. It's great. All right. So yeah, okay, let's tangent to this book that we're supposed to be talking about.
We did talk about it initially. I will come back to that. We did start with the book. We started in the middle of the book.
It was the middle. Like their big breakup was like the middle.
50%.
Exactly the middle, yeah.
You know, everybody has their own definition of sweet. You know, it's like some people's like, oh, sweet, kiss on the forehead.
Mine's Amish and Nicole's is completely more.
Amish.
I like the historical romance. I will tell you, there is nothing more attractive than a woman with a glove on and a bare wrist touch underneath the glove.
Or the hand holding and
I get it, but in the historical setting, in the monster smut setting, I'm just like, oh my god, it's so sweet that he's just banging her against the wall. That's just like just sweet.
And then romance is dead.
Gay romance is dead.
I could do a fairy romance. The lizard. I just no. Okay. Well, that's Saturday. Join us Saturday for more, guys.
I'm just gonna read the one that I'm reading. It's about a bear shifter.
A bear shifter?
I think you would like it.
I think I read a bear one for Sherilyn Kenyon. It was part of her Dark Hunter series.
Yeah.
Sherilyn
Kenyon?
I call her Gina. Is it Gina or do I call her Jenna? I don't know.
I call her Jenna, but her name is Gina Showalter.
I know now.
I know now. I have 2 Amish romances on deck too.
Cheers.
I've got a 3-book bind up back here. That's a series that I got it for 50 cents at the library sale. So
I love it.
It's gonna be my
favorite Amish
intro.
Book? Like Amish.
The illicit carriage ride.
Yeah, unchaperoned.
No chaperone?
Yeah. Oh dear, you are ruined. Now you 2 have to get married. Oh my gosh, can we do that? Can Grady and Everly be in blue, unchaperoned, and then Denver finds and be like, well, you're my mommy now. It will work. I like it. I think it has to happen.
Well, Blue does have doors now. Didn't she have doors? Like she had doors installed because there was like snow, but it was like those plastic doors.
The plastic
like a
thing,
zipper.
the covering over it.
Mm-hmm.
I love that there is a golf cart repair shop on the island. Like I'm sure that that's like a small town thing, but like,
it's an island thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you go to Catalina Island, like literally the primary mode of transportation is golf carts. So they have to have shops that work on your golf cart.
It was too cute. Oh.
Okay, let's see. Let's go through
first post-it, go for it.
The post-it notes that we haven't talked about yet. I was like kind of upset that she was wearing all these sexy ass costumes and like we couldn't even like have like an appreciation of Grady's like first sight of her because she's always getting into trouble. She was just like the very first, like she had like that pin-up like costume going on and it's like, well, dang. The doors are removable after they got it. That's what I thought. It was like the removable ones, the plastic. Okay. I got it.
I love during the one Grady shows up in the crime scene dressed up as Woody. I thought that was
Yeah. He's like hands on fists on hips trying to look serious.
Yeah. But I love
the snake in the boot.
There's something in your boot. And he's like, there's a snake. It's a snake. He's like, there's a snake in your boot. And he's like, yeah.
Like, yeah,
it is.
Like, have you never seen this show or movie? God.
Apparently not.
That was the first VHS that I broke.
My to a really bad place.
I know my brain went right away.
I mean,
I don't know why that took me so long. I was like, yeah.
I mean, God.
What's
Damn.
a double entendre?
A 6 foot Woody. Oh my god. I don't know if I can handle 6 feet. I can't. we lost Jen. Jen's the one doing the smoker laugh now.
Oh my god. I don't know why that was so funny.
I didn't have to say anything. Everyone just was like, oh my god.
Who says there's no heat in her books?
I know, right? 6 feet? Jesus Christ.
I mean, in the Peyton's Price series, there was that penis that was on the, what was it, the beach?
She even squeezed and stretched it, trying to figure out what it was.
Oh my god. I love this book club so much. Breathe. Oh my god.
Oh, okay then.
Okay. Is it wrong that I thought the snake was toy and the and oh my gosh. Oh,
Great.
that was so funny. Thank you, Julie. I appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
I didn't realize how much I needed that.
Yeah, Everly was choked too on something on the 6 foot Woody. Fuck.
I mean, I would read that romance.
Dang. I'm like, sir, I have to reconsider. I cannot.
We're not compatible.
Cannot. I've changed my mind. Oh my god, that's so funny. Oh.
I was like, let's get our head out of the gutters, but at least we're in
No.
it at this point. Let's just ride the roller coaster. What's the next post-it note?
Stop saying ride. You're trying to get my mind out of the gutter, and then you say ride? Like what? I don't. God. Okay.
See, this is what happens when we read these books. They amp up all the tension, and you just need it to go places.
Hi, Tiffany. How are you? Oh gosh. Okay. So my next post note is just basically that we haven't talked about yet. Is I wanted the recipe for the widow's brew tea. That's like I really love that. Even though she basically does like just tell you the ingredients, but tell me how to make it.
I do want to make all the teas that are in the back of every book, though.
Agreed.
I was like, I just want to do this.
I do too.
Like,
I do
think
too.
of basil tea, and I was like, ooh.
A basil tea?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it was like a lemon basil.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Easy peasy lemon basil iced tea. Adorable. Okay. Let me see. I really would like Amelia's children's book because I think that it's super cute.
Yes.
It sounds so cute. Like Denver, he's just like, he's so proud. Like he's so famous because he's the character of a book. And I'm like, you're adorable. Thank you. And okay, next post-it note is when she was, taking the paint off that bookshelf and she thought she broke her house, but really it's like a secret passage. Am I the only one that just thinks like secret passage? Like she's like, I think I broke my house. Or she thought one of her joints popped or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I would just immediately
Like
think
you live in an old house, you gotta expect there to be something.
Mhm.
You live in that old of a house.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't mind like a I wouldn't mind like a side story about like the actual Lou, and then
Yes.
like the side story about what happened back in the day.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep. For sure.
It's a very dark story, but yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yes. Yes, it is. Oh, the breakup. The breakup.
You're already at the breakup? Oh
Yeah, I highlighted so many things. I'm just
I was at the
like
beginning
this whole
of the book.
passage.
I did too. I know. I was just like, we need to talk, and I was like, and to the end of the chapter where my heart's basically just gutted and bleeding. So this is what you look like. Okay.
We need to talk. And honestly, like this is after she basically saved your kid's life. So why would you think that she's not like in this 100% with you and your son? Like,
yeah.
I just don't understand. I don't get it. But it was very unfortunate. Oh yeah, this was when like this before Matt really like asked her out, but everyone was like, even Wyatt was just like, oh, they're looking at you, or like the EMTs, Matt was, and he's like, good luck with that. And I'm like, no, don't say good luck with that. I don't want that.
And that's right before she gave him the food for free again.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
Well, at the beginning when she had the whole wagon full of like snacks and drinks and stuff, was that all on the house too? She's catering all the snacks for free.
And you just assume that Everly's just giving things away for free in this book. It's just, especially if your house was around during Prohibition. Yeah, for sure.
I love when it was after Grady and Everly really broke up, because they are in a relationship whether they know it or not, so they broke up.
She even said, you're breaking up with me, and then she like tried to backpedal afterwards. She's like, I don't know why I said that, it's weird now, it's not like we're together.
Now you are together, stop it, you too. But when they were both together with her in Denver in the shop during Amelia's book release, and Denver had a cute moment together, and he's like, can I have a cookie now? Like, she's going to give it out. And I was like, and then like a soda. And I was just like, yeah, hop his kid up on sugar and send him home.
Send him home. The ultimate revenge.
Mm-hmm.
I love the name of that the preservation and retelling of unrecorded history Kitty Hawk chapter.
Yeah, and they
make it any longer every time.
Man, that's a long name. Food doesn't cost her money,
right?
To buy for the cafe because
Kitchen witch.
Kitchen witch. Yes, she's a kitchen witch.
Yep.
And I love how I do have a post notes for this, but I'll just say it because we're on the subject. It's like Grady was like, "Have you ever had a mishap in the kitchen?" And she's like, "Oh, I honestly can't think of a single time where I had a mishap." I was like, "Oh, excuse me, ma'am, you dumped a whole to-go salad on yourself." Like, don't even.
That too.
I remember that.
Wasn't there a movie a long time ago that whatever emotion the woman had went into her food?
Oh yeah, that's Simply Irresistible by Sarah Michelle Gellar. Yeah.
Because I remember that as soon as you said that, all I could imagine was a teardrop going into the soup.
Tear,
and I was being sad.
It was and it was like there was this crab there. Yeah. There was a crab. Like that's what she would. Yeah, it's like this really smart crab apparently, and she just keeps it as a pet, and like everything she cooks, like her emotions go into it. Yeah, That was like when I started watching Buffy, and Sarah Michelle Gellar became like my favorite actress, so I wanted to watch everything that she was in. That is also like I haven't seen that movie in forever.
What's the other one that she did with Reese Witherspoon?
Cruel Intentions.
There we go.
Yeah.
So I was trying to think of it, and it was bothering me.
She was a bitch. I love it.
I love the movie and the book that it was based on, like the original Dangerous Liaisons from the 80s.
Yep.
Oh, really?
Glenn Close.
It's got Michelle Pfeiffer, Glenn Close, and John Malkovich. It's from like 1988, and it's like one of my favorite movies of all time. It's great.
I'll have to look up that one.
I think it's on Amazon Prime if you have Prime Video.
Okay.
It's on there.
Oh yeah, I still love Buffy. I still watch the episode once more with feeling. I watch it like once a month.
Never watched Buffy.
So that's your king.
Me
I watched
either.
the first season.
It's so good. It's so good.
That's what everybody says, and I've never gotten into it.
No, it's not surprising. Honestly, though, because you don't really like paranormal stuff.
No, but I mean, I love the X-Files, but I saw the Buffy movie in theaters. That's how old I am.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Same.
I love the original one. The original one's awesome.
With
Yeah,
the Eric. Oh.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Alicia, that's interesting. You're an Angel fan. Okay. All right. Okay. I get it.
I watched the spin-off show for Angel more than I did Buffy.
Really? That's
Well, I watched it not knowing it was connected to Buffy for a while.
Oh, got it.
Oh,
Okay.
sure.
That's understandable. That's understandable. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love David Boreanaz. He's fantastic. But there's another
Well, he's from my home
certain
state.
vampire that I love more than Angel.
Yeah. He's from my home state.
Thank
so
you. I love Spike too. Yes.
My friends actually have a Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I'll have to send you the link. They have a podcast and they've done an interview with the guy who plays Spike and
Yes.
David Boreanaz and all that stuff. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. I'll have to send you the link. They have like 40 episodes.
Mhm.
I love him. I love him so much. Never
He's
finished
he's really nice actually.
He's so nice. He's so
Yeah,
nice.
surprisingly, like he's very down to earth.
Well, you gotta do it, Liz, because it's good. Okay. Tangent back to the book. Okay. Well, this is when like Grady notices that she's on a date with Matt, and he was like all like feeling jealous. I'm like, I don't feel bad for you. I'm sorry. I don't feel bad for you.
Mm-mm.
You did this to yourself. And he's like having like this heartfelt conversation where he's telling Everly again for another time, like he's like stay out of this investigation, because he was getting really emotional where he was just like you've nearly died like 5 times in the time that I've known you, and there's going to be a time where I'm not fast enough. I'm not going to get there in time, and you cannot make me watch you die or like see your dead body. And I was just like, okay, like this is really sweet and heartfelt, but I'm still mad at you. Like still mad at you.
I was really nervous the first time I read this that was foreshadowing, and I'm like, oh my god, like how close to death is she going to be in one of these next books, because I'm not going to survive that.
She gets too close all the time now. Like just say I don't have anything to do with it.
And
It's
I think
like
I think if anyone dies, it's going to be Grady because of the curse, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put that out there.
Didn't one of the ants say that in this book? That maybe Grady is your like one true love, but because of the curse, maybe that's not
right. It's better that you don't. Yeah.
or something along those lines.
Yeah, that
Honestly,
like
anyone can die except for Denver.
I think it was Aunt Clara. I think it was Aunt Clara, because she was like, Grady is your soulmate, but it's like, I guess it's good that you're dating Matt because you don't want him to be affected by the curse.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, Aunt Clara.
Matt can catch the curse.
Matt, oh yeah,
That's fine.
absolutely. Curse, go ahead, take Matt out. It's fine. We will
Let
survive.
Grady come in and save the day.
He's an EMT, right?
Yeah.
He can patch himself up. It's fine.
It's just a flesh wound.
Just a flesh wound.
Just spurts out blood.
Oh god, so funny.
It's just my femoral artery. We'll be fine.
It's all good.
Okay, so my next post note is like Matt can't go or pick her up to the last like shindig, and Grady's like, let me take you, and she's like, no, that's okay, and he's like, you're still mad at me. I thought you forgiven me when you brought me the lemon cake. She was really putting on that brave front, like, no, I'm not mad at you, there's nothing to forgive, it's fine. And he was like, well, then let me take you. They're like, they're in a standoff. It's so funny.
Fine. And then she comes right back at him with that like gorgeous gown. I was like, get it, Everly.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I was like, it was right then he knew that he messed up.
I mean, if this was a romance, she would have come downstairs in a negligee and been like, I'm ready.
There you go. Exactly.
Yes.
And he's like, you're right. That was a terrible thing that I did.
Let's give Brady a brother or a sister right now. Just,
Do you mean Denver?
oh, yeah. You knew what I meant, all right? The wine is kicking in.
So funny. Okay, yeah, he's like, I thought keeping my priorities in line meant cutting out something that I loved. What?
Anyway, yeah. Horrible reasoning.
I know, I was like, it doesn't make sense, but okay.
How old is he supposed to be?
Huh?
30.
12?
How old is Brady supposed to be?
12. He's 12 years old.
Well, because that's like a 20, like that's an early 20s guy answer to like, I screwed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a mid 30s guy answer.
I mean, I feel like he had like a lot of pressure. He's worried about Everly. His kid's not sleeping. He's got his dead wife's his parents like in town running for mayor. There's a lot of stress on him. He's reverted back to a younger age, regressed in all of his sleep deprivation.
Oh, at least he's like, I can see now that my premise was faulty. I'm like, okay, like I just I was like, well, he
would have
did.
let him stew. I wouldn't have forgiven him that quickly.
Honestly, I would like to say I'm that strong of an individual, but I'm weak. I'm weak when it
I'm
comes
a bitch.
to well-fitted jeans, and
I'm a bitch.
and I just I would like to say that I would be strong, but I'm not. I'm not. I know my limitations. I know. Okay, yeah, Finn is the killer.
He was creepy. Come out.
Oh, yeah.
The obsession with the boat shoes.
Yes.
No. Stay hidden. Don't breathe.
Oh yeah, like he always showed her like my boat shoes. And he was like showing her his shoes. I'm like, that's weird. Why would you be so excited for boat shoes?
It's like, at least sneaking up on people. It's the boat shoes. I'm like, no, I just think you're a murderer.
It's weird.
I just think you're a murderer.
You just strike me as a murderer, sir.
Or someone that does not know how to start conversations.
Yeah.
Well, so she was actually
no boat.
suspicious of Finn for a little bit, wasn't she?
She was.
And that's what threw me off because he was the only one that liked Dixie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was just like, there's all these reasons. Like, he liked Dixie. Like, no one liked Dixie. It could be like a front that he's trying to do. And I was like, okay, well, Everly is suspecting him, so he can't be the murderer, right?
That's exactly what I thought.
I'm really nervous for Finn. Alive. Like there's like some weird part of me that feels like he's going to come back in a different book, because even the grandfather said that he was like, he's got all of these doctorates, he's really smart. And when they were going over like, well, what's he happening? Like what's his plea? And he's saying that he's got like an insanity plea, so that he's trying to like get off the hook. Like I have this like sinking feeling that he's going to come back and be like, you should have given me that treasure. And I like, it's not going to be good.
You think she would
Like,
ever reuse like a killer in one of her books?
Hop back up.
I don't know. Yeah, that's like, we'll have like he'll have a second chance. He'll be the murderer in another book.
The second chance murder.
Second chance murder instead of second chance romance.
Like I'm because even Grady was like, I'm gonna try my best to put him away with all the facts. And I was just like, if Grady's nervous, I'm terrified. Okay.
It's terrifying. Okay, so my last post-it note is Grady saying that he doesn't believe in the swan curse.
Yes.
So we shall see.
Mm-hmm.
I like that there's like an underlying, like it's not like right in your face, but there's that underlying paranormal theme in this series where it's just like we have the curse, but then also like they both saw like someone up on that widow's walk. You know, it's just like who, like she did hit her head, but yes, Finn is, he's fleeing that he's insane. So it's like. And like, is Lou really like a reincarnation of the guy who used to own her house? Is Maggie like one of his lovers that killed herself? Like, I just think these animals are too smart, and Like it could be. Like honestly, it could be. There could be some paranormal stuff.
Was Harriet ever explained, or was that left as like, she could have been a ghost?
Yeah.
She wasn't explained either.
Okay.
That was a huge question mark for me too. I was like, wait.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I like that. I like that, and that's true. I really like the Halloween aspect
Yeah.
of it. So
I like Luna's little pirate hat.
Agreed.
It just makes me think of like, I don't know if Julie Anne Lindsey's like Buddhist or knows somebody who's Buddhist, but that's one part of the Buddhist religion is they think people come back as your pets, like in reincarnation.
Yeah.
That's a personal belief that I have. No, and I'm not trying to make it seem silly, but it's true.
No, I believe you.
If you have, like, we had a cat, and I swear up and down it was my grandmother because she came when my grandfather was sick, and we had them. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't know.
True. Yeah.
That's it. So that's why I'm just like, there could be some little. I don't know if the curse is real or not. It's very suspicious. That's all I'm gonna say.
I do like the sprinkling of the paranormal or of the
Yeah.
you know. I think that's fun.
It just makes me want to watch Practical Magic.
Agreed. Every
like
single
all the time.
Midnight margaritas.
Exactly.
Yes.
Instead of midnight pancakes, midnight margaritas.
That's right. Yeah. Can we have both?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just mean, and I'm never going to tell you one way or another with the magic. Listen.
That's awesome.
You're just not going to tell us anything, huh?
I was
We're
like,
just
I
going to
need
have to
to
read the
teleport
book.
Fine, I guess I'll have to
I
just
guess read it. It's fine.
force me to
And
do
then we
it.
have to wait until March. And
I know, like that's the other
No.
thing where I'm
That's
just
my
like, I
biggest
almost don't
concern
want to
is,
read Partners in Lime until like March, being like, maybe we should just like take it
until like
take
the
a
end of
break and jump
February.
into Poof, and then. But I'm like, I also need all the answers. I'm not going to be able to stop right now.
Yep.
I'm just,
No.
but it will kill me slightly. Well, small part of my soul will die, being like, I have to wait 6 months now.
It does come out on my birthday.
That's
the week
so
of my birthday.
exciting.
Oh, nice.
It's Julie's birthday gift to you.
Yeah.
There you go.
Like it comes out the day after my birthday, so I'll take it.
That's a win.
All right. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about that we did not mention? Anybody in the live or in the comments?
Like, I think a lot of my comments were every time she would like compare Grady to Matt, I was like, stop comparing this Yahoo to your husband.
Stop it.
So, oh, I loved when which was Aunt Clara found the purse and it had fell out with all this stuff in it, and she's like, I wanted to go to Everly and get her opinion. And Grady's sitting right there. He's like, you wanted to go to Everly
with evidence from the murder investigation.
I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Didn't you say something of like, you don't trust me or something along those lines when that happened?
I'm not sure.
I can't remember.
I don't think he said you don't trust me.
You wanted
I
Everly's
just think
opinion, not mine, after finding a murder victim's purse, and then I didn't copy the rest of the text. I guess I could click on this and then find out. Oh, she patted his hand. You know how families are. I know how your family is. He said, reaching across her to retrieve his cowboy hat. With a small grin, he popped it back onto his head. I'll be back to talk to you, so don't go anywhere.
Don't go anywhere.
Okay.
Night, Jess.
Night.
Hi, Jess.
Yeah, it is. I just think it's just like he just knows the quirks of that family, and he just accepts it at this point.
And then the breakup scene, I said definitely ugly crying. Not even gonna pretend ninjas are around chopping onions. That's my excuse anytime I feel emotional. I'm like, there's someone chopping onions nearby. Those damn ninjas.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then
Thank you for giving us something to talk about.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Making it interesting.
And not just the 6-foot Woody. I appreciate it. Thank you.
That will stick with us for days. Yes. September 12th, Sunday, 6 p.m. Nicole got a thing in there.
Oh yeah, I do. I have a thing.
But Aunt Clara, when they were talking between Matt and Grady, and she's like, perfect timing, because the second date with Matt, one door closes and another opens. I was like, Aunt Clara, don't even go there. I will burn this door to the ground.
Oh gosh.
Well, when you gotta be supportive of your kids, even when they're making awful decisions.
It's a true fact.
It's true. That's true. Okay, so yes, this is the next live show, Partners in Lime, Sunday, September 12th, if you want to take a screenshot.
Oh, every time. I love this. I know you do it, but
we all need to do that next time.
Which hand are you
all
using?
people
Which hand is okay? Oh, it's the right hand. All right.
Oh, nope.
The one on
Aaron's like, let me practice this. Okay.
It's with a new dab.
Yeah.
Oh. And if you are following the Uncle Rick's read along, Bree and I will be live on her channel tomorrow to discuss the blood of Olympus.
I told you I was going to do it. I was waiting for everyone else to enjoy it.
Aaron's like, I didn't know we were doing it right now.
I thought it was next week or something.
Next week, I just read the
All right, I'll hold off.
And of course, our late night special discussion, I Married a Lizard Man, is this Saturday. Oh, that's so funny.
Brady bunch.
Oh god. Aren't we one short for a Brady Bunch?
Yeah.
Technically?
Technically, yes.
Just put googly eyes in the middle of your screen, guys. It's fine. And then give them a little hand that does this.
All right, everybody. Anything else? Anything else?
I don't think so.
No. Okay. Well, Jen did create the events on Facebook. So those of you who follow our Facebook group, those are, available so you can set reminders and stuff. I am working on making the thumbnails and creating the StreamYard events so you can set YouTube reminders if you don't have Facebook or if you're not a part of the Facebook group. So yeah, I will work on that and try very hard to get that out sometime in the coming weeks.
We already told you what our live stream schedule is. It's probably in the notes below. You're fine.
It's not, but thanks for having faith in me.
Reminders on. Sometimes it doesn't tell you till a half an hour after something starts.
The sign-up sheet has all the dates on it as well. So if you want to look up the sign-up sheet, it does have all the dates for the next live streams through the rest of the year. But yeah, anyway, thank you so much. Thank you to Julie Anne Lindsey. Congratulations on your release date for Partners in Lime. And also a big early congratulations for Burden of Poof that's coming out on the 15th.
Oh my gosh,
So,
have to get it. It's so good.
Yes. So it is already available on Audible if you did not get an ARC copy and you have Audible. Check it out.
Buy it.
Do it.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for. Thank you. You're welcome. I try. All right, everyone. Well, thank you again. Have a great night.
Good night.